What you gonna do, brother, when Hulk Hogan drops the leg drop on Hunter Hearst Helmsley and picks up the undisputed title, brother? Oh, brother.
Well, there's nothing Triple H can do about it because he's on SmackDown. So there you go.
No, he's no on SmackDown.
Listen, guys, McMahon says to Triple H on the SmackDown before this, if you lose at Backlash, you'll become the sole property of me, Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
And why is Flair not fucking... And why can't Flair say something about that?
GR referenced in this pay-per-view, if Triple H loses, he'll be on SmackDown and his boss will be his soon-to-be ex-father-in-law. Now, McMahon said it, JR said it, but this guy thinks Triple H gets to choose, right? So he's...
See, at Vengeance, I watched a match card not so long ago, and you get Taz and Michael Cole hyping up. Which one's the game gonna choose? Is he gonna choose Raw or SmackDown?
Yeah, well, maybe fucking Flair does put an appeal in.
Yeah, but that's my point.
But my point is, at the moment, he's a SmackDown guy. McMahon said it, JR said it.
My point is, well, we all know Triple H is a fucking Raw guy, because he's going to bury every bastard on it.
But there must be a loophole in the contract or something.
Anyway, Taijiri taking on Billy Kidman.
Billy Kidman said on last week's SmackDown that nobody cares about him and nobody knows who he is, and he was right, and now he's even more right because he loses the Cruiserweight title in his first defence. Missed to the eyes. Decent opener here.
His first defence. He won it in October. It can't be his first fucking defence.
You cannot be fucking serious. You cannot be fucking... He just beat Taijiri a couple weeks ago for it. Tony cost Taijiri.
Oh, aye, yeah, you're right.
This guy doesn't even want... No, why do we even do it? I you know what he did, guys? Go to Son of Scotland TV.
I did, or
right?
you couldn't fucking upload to save a channel if your life depended on it.
You'll get solo reviews, but you might have to wait a couple of years per fucking review, but you'll get them and actually watch what's happening. But anyway, yes.
Hold on, Kidman said himself, nobody gives a fuck, right? So that's just...
So that's an easy excuse for you.
Taijiri uses a misty wins.
Then we get an epic post-match promo for Taijiri. I have no idea
No.
Cole seemed to do a lot of these tonight and everyone was fucking awkward.
Cole didn't do all of them. Like Coachman did one, the other guy did one.
Who's the other guy?
I don't know who the other guy
Kevin
is.
Kelly.
It wasn't. No, it's not Kevin Kelly.
It fucking looks like him.
I said that and you went, no, it's not Kevin Kelly, he's not fat enough. Was you doing it right? Anyway, we move on.
What the fuck is it?
Bradshaw backstage and he runs into his ex-APA partner, it's Farouk. Decent enough reunion, but I'm not a fan of the fact Farouk came out and helped them because we just had them split up.
Yeah, I just felt like, the APA's back after 3 weeks. I kind of thought we were going to see another reunion tonight with the Dudleys, but it didn't happen.
The Dudleys would have been better because there would have been tension between them. Yeah,
and Bubba would have went, what the fuck's happened to you, kind of?
I'm a white Caucasian male and you're just a reverend.
Reverend Devon. Anyway, Farouk catch up with Bradshaw. He tells him to go and take care of the NWO. The NWO's music hit. They come out. Kane's mask is still being worn by X-Pac, which is, I don't know, it just cracks me up. I don't know why.
Too big for him.
There's just something funny seeing X-Pac come out with Kane's mask. NWO, Scott Hall looks fucking out of it as usual. Bradshaw comes down. X-Pac's trying to get in the match to make it 2-on-1. So Farouk comes down and he's going to have Bradshaw's back at ringside. They have a match. Bradshaw looked pretty strong, but in the end, X-Pac with interference causes a distraction. Hall with the low blow rolls up Bradshaw, gets the win. NWO celebrate. They move to the back, and it kind of looked like Bradshaw was upset here with Farouk, but they never really went into it. The commentators, JR and King, didn't mention it, and they didn't go any further on it. But it was like Farouk at one stage checked on Bradshaw, and Bradshaw kind of pushed him away.
Yeah, and it's the fact that these two won't be on the same show.
Oh, you actually noticed that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, but it's the fact they won't be on the same show.
Yeah, so I don't know whether... If they were going to do anything with it, they would have done it here. Unless they're waiting a month, unless they've got a fucking long build, and next month they're going to have, I don't know, Bradshaw take Farouk's head off with a
I'll
close
put it
over
this
hell.
way, guys, I don't see Bradshaw being... I don't see him being pushed an awful lot anymore.
Would be a shame though, because he's actually had a decent push on Raw. He's been doing alright, but...
Yep. Next up though, McMahon.
Losing to an alcoholic's never really good for your career.
Especially one who's pish. Well...
No, that's not Scott Hall, but we all know... everybody knows an alcoholic who's pish.
Yeah.
But we also know alcoholics are great, and that's
yeah, I know, but this is the worst state we've seen him in.
You see the recent fucking Hall of Fame? Anyway, Mr. McMahon barging into Ric Flair's locker room, and he says he's proud of what he's doing on Raw. I'm not. Fucking, I think Ric Flair's one of the worst things on Raw. But McMahon seems to like him, so you know what? I mean, you look at... Oh, come on. I mean, you look at fucking McMahon, and he's got Stacey Keibler by his side, and you look at Ric Flair, and he's got old, decrepit fucking Arn Anderson.
Which the camera kept panning to as if he was the Rock.
As if we're supposed to mark it. Oh, fuck, there's Arn Anderson standing there. Oh, ho. Let me fucking pay more money for this pay-per-view.
$50,
I mean, like,
$50.
I mean, like, what the fuck?
And Flair just comes off here as very bitter and old and like just fucking, I don't know, just...
I think if McMahon was barging into his locker room, it should have been to steal those horrible shoes. But anyway, we'll talk about them later on tonight. Jazz versus Trish Stratus for the women's title. Molly Holly comes out, sucker punches Trish, beats her up. Then Jazz just makes her entrance kind of lackluster.
Like the jobber she is.
It was almost like a mid-match fucking entrance for the champion. What? Weird. Jazz wins with a STF, I believe. Trish taps out. Jazz is making her way to the back.
Then out came the guy who looks like Kevin Kelly.
Interviewed Jazz, ask her something about, do you owe something to Molly Holly here tonight? And she just looks at him and says, do you think you could have beat Trish without her help? And then she just walks off to the back. So, I mean, I know Jazz ain't a good talker, but this is the person that TNA are referring to as a legend right now. A fucking legend.
Well, I mean, they don't have much to go on, so that's probably why. But talk about legends. We've got Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman backstage.
Like Heyman saying, you only get one chance to make a first impression, which is very true. You only do. I mean, that's a weird thing in life, right? Yeah, that is you can't get like a truer fact than that. I mean, obviously there's facts, but that is absolutely factual. You only get one chance to make a first impression. And sometimes first impressions are key.
And Big Brock here, good first impression in his first match. Annihilates Jeff Hardy, and I like the ending, because what would a win have done? Actually just batter him to a pulp where he can't go anymore.
Yeah, the win would have done hee-haw, but with the fact that Brock Lesnar just kept doing all these big moves till the referee called it off, I think they made Brock, it seemed more impressive, more dominant than just a win. So, I mean, this was good. It was supposed to be Matt Hardy. They didn't announce on Raw that Matt wasn't going to be able to take part. They didn't even announce here Matt was going to be able to take part. They just kind of... They just kind of fucking put Jeff in.
Maybe it was a WWE.com special.
Maybe. Back in the day, we didn't have WWE.com. And we don't have it now. Well, we do, but they're only showing shite for 2021 on it now. So we're going to check. Right, up next with Kurt Angle versus Edge. Really good match.
Match of the night? Possibly.
Angle ends up getting the win, but I mean, I thought Edge at several moments had it won, especially Angle hits the chair, Edge chair into the ropes into his face, Edge with the Edge-o-matic, looked like he had Angle beat there, Angle kicked out, Edge went to top rope, big German suplex off the top rope, big body, belly to belly, whatever, off the top rope, Edge went for a spear, and Angle almost kicked his head off his shoulders. It was mad. It was an Olympic kick here. This kick would have...
It was a punt, like...
This kick would have won fucking...
It was like an XFL punt.
All the gold medals combined, you know what I mean? And then Angle, with the Angle slam, gets the win over Edge. Hard fought match. And Angle picks up the win. Good match here. I mean, that's been a good show. Decent show so far. Jericho up next. He's upset he didn't have a match. Basically ran down the crowd. Seems pissed off. I mean, I think he's got every right to be pissed off. I mean, there's no way Jericho shouldn't be having a match.
No.
He made a list of people who are having matches, and he named...
Billy Kidman,
who...
Hulk Hogan.
Well, no, he didn't name Hulk Hogan.
I did.
Not as people who are having a match. He named... This guy doesn't listen. He named Billy Kidman, Trish Stratus, and Maven. And he was saying how...
This guy doesn't fucking listen. See, next time you say that, I'll fucking slit your throat. How about that?
What's that accomplish?
And who'll be listening? Who'll be the only guy left?
Apart from getting us demonetised for violence and threatening behaviour.
I was only joking, guys.
Yeah.
Walking Day. It's good for the goose. It's good for the gander. No surrender. Anyway,
Jericho's upset. He doesn't have a fucking match, and he's right. Maven's got a title match tonight. Jericho's got nothing. Who booked this shit? Anyway, Undertaker confronting Ric Flair backstage, points a finger at him, the finger poke of doom, basically saying, "Here, you better book the match right tonight."
Is there an alliance in the mix here?
You better call it right down, the Undertaker.
Next up, though, we've got Guerrero Van Dam, IC title.
I thought this was pretty lackluster. This didn't really.
I think Guerrero's overrated, and that just.
Yeah, this didn't really cut it for me. Guerrero wins, which came as a surprise. I mean, RVD's been looking strong lately. RVD's been impressive. And
apparently, Guerrero and Austin were supposed to have a feud around this time for what, the IC title?
Can't imagine.
No wonder Austin left.
But yeah, so there you go. I thought RVD would have retained. He didn't.
Well, I didn't. I thought Guerrero would mean his return match, just going to job out the Van Dam.
Yeah, why not?
He's got to Guerrero. I don't know, man.
Up next with Undertaker versus Austin. Seemed like it went on for fucking ever.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Let's be real.
I thought it was alright. Like, I mean, I think you're hating on it a bit.
It was too long. Flair was pissed. His shoes were pissed.
Yeah, red shoes, made no. NWO came out
NWO came out and stood like windy lickers. Didn't do anything.
Yeah, they stood there for like 20 minutes and just looked. And we watched on. I mean, they could have done that in the back.
Every pinfall, Flair was tripping over whoever was getting pinned, trying to get down. I mean, it was just a disaster.
Yeah.
Too many false finishes. Just like fucking get the pin and get it done with.
Then in the ending wasn't that great either.
I mean, Austin puts his leg on the rope before Flair's even counted at one.
Yeah, I mean.
And then Flair doesn't see it. Gets took to the back. Coachman shows him it. He's like, shit.
Taker beats Austin, and Austin kicks his ass after and just stuns him at the ring. It's like, fuck me. I don't know. This wasn't good. Yeah, Ric Flair, after the match, though, gets shown by Coach that he counted Austin out when Austin's foot was on the rope, and Ric Flair goes, shit. And that's probably the best thing we've seen for Ric Flair in a couple of months. So, up next, Billy and Chuck versus Al Snow and Maven. Tag titles on the line. Not the greatest match in the world. Al Snow.
The 6-man tag on SmackDown was better.
Yeah, Al Snow did have a bandana though wrapped around his forehead.
What you didn't notice during the actual match?
Did you?
Yes.
You never pointed out.
I did.
Anyway,
you were too busy on your phone, so
looked
I
like
get it right.
Maven.
Who doesn't listen? Open your ears.
Looked like Al Snow and Maven had the match won, but Snow had to chase it Rico after Rico interfered. Billy, Chuck with a super kick, Billy with a pin, and that is it. Then Al Snow gets in and starts beating him up and drop kicks Billy, who was already on the mat to the outside, and he just fell off the apron. It was a wee bit funny. And then main event time, Hulk Hogan, Triple H. This went well over 20 minutes. Was not expecting it, but it did.
This was long, but it didn't feel like it was dragging like Taker Austin, I don't think.
No. I mean, the first 10-15 minutes were literally fucking test of strengths. And I don't think you'd get away with that nowadays in 2021.
No, because when you've got two people who's over, well, Hogan's being that much over was saving it.
Yeah.
Hulk still rules.
If I'm being honest, like, the match never really picked up. It kind of just felt, it kind of got into like second gear, and that was it. Triple H then worked the leg. The crowd were booing. The crowd did not like Hulk Hogan being beat up. Triple H kept on fighting, kept on working the leg. Hogan starts hulking up, hits the leg drop. Jericho runs down. Referee's out. Jericho comes in, hits Hogan with a chair. Triple H could have pinned Hogan, but then he starts beating up Jericho because he doesn't want to beat Hogan with help, I guess. So then Hogan tries to go for the leg drop. Triple H hits the pedigree. Triple H has the match won. Then Taker comes down as the referee's going to count, punches the referee. Taker gets in the ring, hits Triple H with the chair again, and blood's everywhere. Hogan gets pulled across Triple H by the Undertaker. Hogan doesn't want to win with Undertaker's help, so both Triple H and Hogan don't want help here.
Was it Hogan that wanted to win by his help, or wanting it's my leg perhaps doing the work?
Yeah, Hogan then clears the ring of Undertaker with the clothesline. Triple H is already laid out. Then Hogan bounces off the ropes, leg drop, 1, 2, 3.
Good night.
El Hebner didn't even look at Triple H's shoulder. Seeing if Triple H did kick out, Hogan would still be your champ because El Hebner's a corrupt referee. And then that is it.
Do you think Earl Hebner has the same reaction after every match that Flair has?
Maybe.
Shit.
Taker leaves to the back with a smile on his face. Jericho's still laying at ringside. Triple H gets up while Hogan's celebrating, spins him around, shakes his hand, and Backlash goes after the air.
With the Hulkster as the new Undisputed Champion. And JR and King were burying him on commentary, but it was funny, so I'm all for it. And that is it, guys. Backlash in the books. New era. What's the rating? I'm going to give it a...
Commentary was on point again tonight. JR and King.
I'll give it a 7.5. I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a decent show. Let me see. What am I giving it? I'm going to give it a 7. I can't give it higher than that, I don't think.
So, right, we'll give it right. So, yeah, roughly around about a 7. I just feel like, I don't know, The Rock I just never really felt like Vince just giving Hogan the match because Rock said so.
Yeah, Hogan never earned it. It just felt a bit.
I mean, as great as Triple H, Hogan, I mean, there's a spectacle, it did feel like I don't know, The Rock just fights for Hogan, doesn't sit right with me. And then The Rock just fucks off.
Let's be perfectly honest here. The 2 main matches this show weren't that great. You can say Triple H Hogan was great.
Well, it was much better than the other one.
Was it really?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
All right, you Austin Mark, fuck.
Oh, let's go and look at Dave Meltzer stars, and we'll see.
We probably gave him half a star each.
If that. 1/5 of a star. No, I'll get a 7 out of 10. Right.
Put it this way, right? Earl Hebner may be pissed, but he wasn't wearing red boots.
No. I mean, I could have given it an 8 if the main matches were a bit
There was
better.
a lack of backstage stuff, I think.
Yeah. A lot of single matches.
Yeah, and there wasn't. There seemed to be a lot of people missing. Rock, Kane, Nash,
Bubba,
Booker T, Christian. I mean, I could test. I mean,
Mark Henry, World's Strongest Man.
Regal, Spike.
Yeah, I was under the impression that Regal was actually getting his rematch against Spike here the night. Didn't happen.
Probably maybe pre-show. We don't get the pre-show.
Nah, pre-show was Big Show in a handicap match against Just Incredible and Steve Richards. And Big Show won in 2 minutes 11 seconds.
Whose idea was that?
Not fucking mine.
I mean, you could have had why wasn't the hardcore title on the line?
Yeah,
I mean, you put the hardcore title on the line and you can shave 5 minutes off the top matches.
Yeah.
Which wouldn't have done them any harm. But anyway, we're giving it a 7 out of 10. And yeah, next up will be the Raw after Backlash. Well, the Hulkster should be there. Hulkster working 2 shows in 1 week. What is this?
Was it really that much worse than Mania?
What one?
This?
What were you giving Mania?
I don't know.
I thought this was better than Mania. Well, put it, this world title match was fucking superior to the Mania one. The Mania one had nothing. Alright, Raw.
At least this one had a crowd reaction, I guess. Look, 7 out of 10, guys. If you don't like it, then
fuck off.